In a previous video, we discussed Hubble's law, which says that the universe is expanding. This idea was proposed by Edwin Hubble in 1924, who happened to be acquainted with another scientist named Georges Lemaitre. He's important because he first proposed what is known as the Big Bang theory. So, as with Hubble's law, we know that there is evidence indicating that the galaxies are moving apart, that is, the universe is expanding. In 1927, Georges Lemaitre then derived from this idea that our universe, a long time ago, was far more condensed than it is currently. In other words, if our universe is always expanding, then years before now it must have been much smaller. This means that, at its beginning almost 14 billion years ago, our universe was confined to an incredibly small, dense, and hot point. As the Big Bang began to occur, this point expanded incredibly rapidly. Consequently, the universe became far less dense and cooled down significantly. Within the first second of expansion, protons and neutrons, the building blocks of atoms, were able to form. Then, after a couple minutes, temperatures were cool enough for the formation of certain atomic nuclei, but not yet actual atoms and therefore elements. It would take hundreds of thousands of years for temperatures to be low enough for the first real atoms to form, that is, having electrons trapped in orbit around their nuclei. Some of the first elements that existed were hydrogen and helium, which remain abundant throughout the universe. For example, stars like the Sun are primarily composed of these elements. Speaking of stars, they likely began to form over 150 million years after the Big Bang. Then, because of powerful reactions occurring in the cores of these stars, heavier elements were formed, including carbon, that life on Earth is based on. As of now, physicists do not know exactly what caused the Big Bang to happen. In other words, the Big Bang theory does not tell us how the universe started because it describes the expansion right after its beginning. Nevertheless, this theory is very important to understanding the beginnings of our universe. I hope you learned something. Thank you for watching.